Right, it's a pleasure meeting once more. This is MI4 Studios. My name is Ishmael Mubarak, and you can follow our TikTok channel, MI4 Studios on TikTok. Get interactive with us. Also, do subscribe to our channel here on YouTube, MI4 Studios. Leave a comment and share for more. In this episode, we take a look at Ghana and Africa at large as a dumping site for the West and Europe when it comes to product, commodity, service, and policies. So let's go straight into the matter. The West is gradually trying to make Africa a dumping site for used goods and services. The worst part is policies, and the worst of it all is experimental garbage. Currently, if you take a look at the market we have in Africa and the market we have here in Ghana, you would realize that about 80% of our consumables are stuff that are coming from the excesses of the West and Europe at large. If you take a look at our clothing, if you take a look at our fashion, most of our fashion sense, if you take a look at our cars, if you take a look at, it cuts across the medicines that come over here, the food, the chicken. It's so much. But let's move straight into the subject. If you would find an African, a regular African, trying to ship cars down to his country, maybe Ghana, the normal Ghanaian is going to go for a salvage vehicle. And I say a car involved in an accident, sometimes very unrecognizable. Near Tosa cars, no, near Diaba. Sometimes on Oko junkyard, no, and I say Oko a year places are woman a year. This kind of bed, no, any of the adena oceans near the adena. Okwa, Ubusa who say, na car kama say ya. Wo ye ni say we ye na no na ka na timi asori agina ne papa mu in terms of the physical efa ebesia ye no adenti na kwasi broni kuro mu no saa ka na akotimi akonya saa egwahia na se wo saa fort no na kwasi broni na ono no hyehyɛ ne car no anya na adwo so obeye car ni ye ne mu mpeso oton no de free ho no ukodu junk site bia cars bia fort bia anim asem bia ma car no ho na emmesansa car no awo ho no mwache ni ntino omufa saa cars no de kogu ba bia scrap yard junk yard no omu de afidie bo cars no so ekeka car na mwa sade be ya omu betimi anya alomi anasa dade na free saa car ni masa akohwe de gu industries and factories no matumi ede akreti ade foforo entino se ekoburu omu so a no omu de bi aba beto ocean na chese wona wo hia no wakwa akosesa. Most of the cars na ya turn or Ghana hanum as brand new cars no dodo na ya na ya tuni din say we your home use cars no aya na dodo na aye cars sabiota frache ya to na jeje mu anasa car ya use man ne braso a ehun hia say wo de beto oman num. It cuts across. Even government koto cars at the Ghana. Government koto sa kind of machineries no be ede eba. If it's a udu the Western, the Europe, any the developed countries now. Ayana even commercial buses kono mu use no. Wo mu expiry date mo dia to bus no ho nya say that dia no be expire. But then they put up a rating, a duration of service. Omu hu ni say fidie ni di dwuma sa kopem sa duration na. Esase we fidie no free kwan so enu bi na Africa mampanyimfo ekokosesa de begu oman mu hanom na yesoso ya befa no te se ka mo na agya ye yisu ni saa. Inti car kura yetwi no. Emu dodoɔ na etwam wo. Emu dodoɔ na the right condition ɛsɛsɛ womu no enim sɛ deɛ ɛsɛsɛ sitia no eti no bɛte no na asomasi Mercedes Benz no eja kwakotom without recourse wobɛte no na asomasi Range Rover no asai kwan bi so wontumi enya car ne hwe wobɛte no na asomasi car bi ɛyɛ Escalade no asai Ford bi ba mu no ontumi enya bio because car no ne tebia na sa ne shabra na sa ewo mu ansa na car ne efra monane aba bedu ha no ayebola na wo na wonte ase fa na ya wo fenti na wonhunu so na sabi otafra che wo beto car bi te sa aboden ewo ebia Europe adentina wo mfa nkoto brand new car emfa free China emba betwitia rubber ye test na koye bibi se ade no se free Europe na sa the West America so no eba Yehunu hu se sadia sitie bia ne condition sadia na ne condition sitie bia no yehunu se eya de pachan bibi biara ebeto e de afiri o manfoforo bia entare a yehye force yes sade free miamia de ba ne ade ye na yasesa de aba na abrofo na hunu se yepe entini se no mso ye ne large business a se niema na wo mu kotugu no se bi otafra che se ko wura Europe na se wote abroche ba bia na watch bi wo hono mu a ye wo eda wo mu befo baller ye normal baller aduane ne sa ne manema no ene ye wo sometime in a month wo niema wo mpe wo fie empaboa entare ye electrical gadgets ne ade wo mpe wo fie no aban na ye ne se for begwa bonten ya mesesa nko wo mu besesa kwa a de sese wo de ya recycle no de recycle ne sese wo mu ehye anase wo mu extinct edi free system no mo yi de free system no mu nanso ko bibi ni koto na se gukwan ho a na ko bibi ni asesa baller no na shepe de ababegu ne system mu enti at the end of the day no consumer was a world market who could through some of our shops and our market sectors na empabo abeto wo hoye broni wawu atade wo beto empa wo beda so mattress no empadua afidie na wo to no TV no hwan no ni nyina kwakoye chesese bi otafra chebrodi wawu eno as oh we your home use your papa no krese product no any some brand new bi wo ho no mu a wo de atoto ho a aya na product na broni wawu no echepa de wo mu yese essence wo kwakoto brand new na won pese obeto papa prako nintino anase ebia wo ho nso papa prako nintino oto de cheaper na enkolaste emfa maw anase on top papa ninti en last emfa mountino it is assume say de no the carbon bebre the ba bonten a how health we feel no it assumes say no na papa entare egu baller so empabu egu baller so chese bibi biara ewo oman yimu ane Africa ban mu bebre no akwakoye se eye baller so niema na yenya babi mfanguo ana sabiota frache ya bibifo ne ya start de ba ya de ba na abrofo na hunu se nkofo we omode ba efisa okọ babi ti se Japana sa niema na wa yusu no dada no okọ akoto egu aban ne juice kakase ansa no watimi ato egu eti se bibifo ne basesa etoda wo mu na sama bibifo ne basesa sa niema na hyepe abadan ha no wo mu na sama yesika because ya de na wo di kwa kogu no anasa sesa na ba basesa no eye de fe ye ne desa wo ba basesa sa machinery no eti wonam sabiota frache obi ma so anasa broni ma so a otimi koto niema na wankasa wagina ho obusa ho se abrafo da bo maboda mana na sa de we enye hwe ena da bontin aye bibi pa because ebrebia so it is out of use entire empaboa technological gadgets computers laptops any TVs ne sa niema obo se sofa pa ne yi di ababeto nche abonten enya sam keto akra phone no obeja de ato abonten enya sam keto yes menka se ohunson ya yenye ne sa anase se nanso se yekokoto bia yetumi try na se yeto emono na ebe encourage mo de mono no mo de ababegu oman mu sabi otafacha ya atade wo Ghana ni mpeso obeto atade na se Ghana ni koto Nigeria atade ozo we de enya papa ye toto ga atade ozo we de togo enya class we say na sabi otafacha abrofo ni din akatakata na nse beto odwa se those designer wears ahodo amanfo to na body nyina no abrofo no koto ne China abofo brand new wo China abofo no oba brande e de ama wo Europe anasa America no ato na body Adentin na yaso ntimi nkoto the same thing e China hono mfa mabofo na ye beton man ho ne ye di engineer consume no enso Ghana ne ye woni hwe obato wudi sa wo de wo hye Togo Ghana ne oni hye beka cho say we de say China tare enso onim sa ne iPhone na kuta no China ne ye iPhone and sana ya hye de aba be see US back again. The taste for garbage has made Ghana and Africa in its entirety a dumping site for Europe and the West. Ye different tadia so first pa no akukọ nan na abrofo no omomfa ma Africa nantie nan yemade o no omomfa ensi Africa akukoti ni enhyepo mfa ma Africa ayade a waste product wo mu no mu hu do mu mfa nya wo mu krom if we say wo baton kra na any demand e wo ho na ye me won say gizzards no kwa de sa abadada ba ku yi oh na amo na koma ne saa ne manema na wo mu ton no ho no mu na nutrition wo mebrebe no e mo wasa do mo nhyepe eno mfama if so ko restaurant wo betimi anya liver fresh no wanya akokọ no na koma no eno so fresh eno de ema ni na aye garbage aye enwura wo ho no mo hu ba bi o mu mfamfa no eno na yen Africans no ye yakokọ from so mu saa de we de ye di wo ye man mu pa enti eno bedu so ye ho bia na akokọ na iguso wo bako costa opa akokọ na ya to obenya bia to ebi ni ma ye troka omude a fridge mu ade ice gu ho ashe prenu be 6 weeks 4 weeks e de asipo so e de aba ansa na aba beto eye ye costo hanom ansa na aba beto food poisoning yamade ekwan omufo so ekuli yamade na sabio wako hunu ba bia wo mu yi yamade ne de gu na wo mu nan etete yamade no so wo hwe wo screen we se so sesi a wo yamba so sesa yamade no yete Africa hanom ne yedi yensa left right and center okoto aduane na nsen a chese food joint bia beko bia first no nanka yamade de natural original enso nei ba bia obafa bia wo pa yamade age so busasa be pato eye fridge mo ni bia na anasa ye tawo nko anasa e original yamade because when ya botre na wa musamu a yamade be yatomo no in fact the kese de se nete na nso be kom no nsuo ni ade ada fridge mu firi baabi ansa na be da fridge mu wo poso ansa na ba beto fridge mu hanom ansa na akoto abedi no therefore Africa is turning into a dumping site for Europe and then the Western world. Africa, Ghana is turning into a dumping site for the taste that we have acquired into foreign and international product, living organic and original product that is coming from this country and this continent, which would also inure into a better factory and industrialization, creating jobs and businesses, ensuring that we are healthy, ensuring that the waste product is not taking over our lands and our water bodies, because so much waste has been imported into this country that if we start to calculate it, you are going to marvel how much damage that is causing. Because as empana sabio tafata enya brand new no mattress na enya brand new na sabio workshop for the abagu ha bebre no eni tare bi eni pan to me na so but yenya ba bia ye bekọ ekọ hwe ade go TV na sa encha basai no eni nansa eyemfidie na eba no enkonya na enya original no tables na ye yusu awie na yasesa de aba no fridge na ye yusu ache na carbon na ye too high na worship for the aba no at the end of the day no se eba na se be 2 months na se sai edi 3 months na se sai at the end of the day no wotu agu no baby na wotu agu baby he yenso na ye waste management airport yenso na ye ndimra so no ye na hu nye ye hu ye na ye fa de matra Young Africans, yen ya funny matra, young Ghanaians, yen ya funny matra, and so yen a young yen quachre, none yamabu or honoma yen to be to castle. Everybody may find it out to say, Yamadiana, yes, a pibi a go free mono, I shall keep it pa. Matrosity, General, because no one who can I know. Mejina wodi mantiase manteme ho because your poultry farms in Egu already in Kokono and now when I can say she put the free baby na deba afedi ade na nyo so bedru ha ade na ne ejani tia beba ampani ampana ni tia ba eh kotoje de esa ase ba nya enye ne efiri ho no mo no Over product bia na say a food product bia subject of can for so bia so it makes no sense for it to be imported. One that food product na about Africa. And more bia rubber near the adi wom esan say yam for due diligence anyan hihye enti no over ho no ne abaso agu na Africans yedi. Yani ankasa Africans no e mo papa na boto no ye betwa fake di agum na yakwa kwa shefe fon no anasa rubber na anasa de any kwansa ni podi no ne ahyepe no de aba. The African is so money conscious, money minded that it has forgotten the value of life or the value it must place on the consumers. Shadia okwatina broche kakra. And I say, who experience a check a cry? I know the value and the quality of the things you do does not lie within money. It is what I care here. Womo mufie, womo this is if you were Africa, ne Ghana has no. Womo them say, we Africans no, ye busani mano, but ote one magana metrefie no mudo. Et wo na wote asa na wo bufie no. Wo twamos now someone said what is the basi fie say. And so what that's what Europe behind I know. If it's the quality of life now we live, it is not a matter of the material things now a war honor na wuhu. It is the happiness, it is the free mindset, it is the consistency of a brabona woman. And I know my name young could be din komo. What did you tell me, baby? She was like, Nana, I'm not interested in buying lands or putting the pressure of building a house right now. Because I love the quality of life I'm living. What's what I want to rent a car? And because the way and manner the system is working, it is not about acquisition of a building. And that's acquisition of any other thing. It's about how the system is working. My issue idea we yache. Ebati mi aha meme. Aban na budget ya kwako tu baby. Enya me how. Means you no sewage no baby afa no eye good. Enya me how. Me kwako to gas e wo broni krom a. Me dem cylinder no kwa. Say enya central supply system a. Wo do cylinder no kwa. Yema cylinder foforo nya fe ne ekofele dia mantu because when him say okwakwa access sa cylinder no. Wo access sa cylinder no so on to me mfa eye gas and from agem fam gum enyusu ne man mu hanom a na bibini akosesa dia ba begu ha se no apenti no oton. E wa bre betimi ayebu ha ya. We have become the dumping site of policies. Saburoni epesa wo ye aduro bi, wo pesa wo ye experiment bi. What person was scientific exploration there? Now what she said was at the Mua area. Now for Yasasa no experimental drugs near the Ababa Yaminum, Africa for Ghana for near the experimental drugs number near the Wanipa. Near the Manipa, near the Solipanum. What any kind of food that experimental drugs. Africa has become the bane of experiment in terms of drugs and scientific innovations. I'm not saying that we shouldn't do experiment on our drugs and medications and its scientific innovation, but then it shouldn't be that Africa is chosen, Ghana is chosen to be the hub of experiment, and as a result of bad governance and bad leadership, we have accepted and made the norm out of that. because of aid and loans and some benefit of monetary values that do not inure into any standardization of goods for the African continent, because Africa does not need paper. Africa doesn't need cash. Africa has solid money and solid resources under the surface of the earth, and we have better human resources and have come out like time in time out with greater innovations and breakthrough scientific innovations. Why should we become the subject of experiment? Why must Africans be subjected to experimental policies? We have been a subject of innovation, technology, and advancement, medication, whatever. Now we are subject of policies. Sakwasi broni ti one of na wodwene say asem ABCD yenya ni say nian hwa ade a kwasi broni ba no esan sabi bosia bobi ni niam bi ntino na kwasi broni akata ya ban ni empanimfo say mokwa mo de sakrata we mun ko implement what the experiment of policy. Tie implementing ye ya bonso mapeke entino yete hono mo a ne ya de hwahwa ye ho ade we ye ne di kan ye o ye di kan ye na US fo esua wa twenya adwuma amsa o study hweye amsa hu de akoso because womo ayo mutaka sansem ni nyina no womu nyina ya ban mu mpanyimfo adwene mbom say ya diamond wa ha ne betu diamond no na ya bra ye white paper ne ama ye experimental product wo ho ye wi a ne ka so we Ghana diamond ne papa and no necessary kra America for no e de aye bibisa. You have become a subject of policy experimentation. You have become a dumping site because you hear Bibia, let's come dump it right here, and then you entertain your mabiso, and yes, sir. You're the Ghana new diagro, you're the African new diagro. Why must we become a dumping site for medicine? Why must we become a dumping site for food? Why must we become a dumping site of innovation and technology? Why must we become a dumping site? Why must we become a dumping site for scraps of metals, for bottles? And why have we Africans subjected ourselves to all of these things? So me talk about atare we nasa shamia. Atare ye omu ye ni Togo anasa ye ya ne China yi me to na atare nasa shamia. Me yonko bibini humia. No osre me. No cheche me. No dame form. What are the eyes so? And you know, what try ye niema bebre aye it takes depiction from the Europe and the West. It means that we have become a byproduct of the waste they have poured into us. It's within us, it's without us. Let us be vigilant. Our governments must be vigilant and ensure that policies, experiments, innovations, food, and agriculture are not the dumping side of the rest of the world, which would enhance more productivity here, enhance industrialization here, enhance job policies and life quality here. And Africans ye nyini nche. And so Africans the nyini chepa. Just because nkwa hodo a ye yusu no, eniyama bebre na ye yusu no, ni nyina akoye eniyama a ye kosese free baby, enti nipa no okan kwase asem bia bomu a na osese de aguntuom, no de picture ata ho, no de abran kwasefo, ye mfa ni enyusu ni nkogu. Ofa sichire no ofa kala, o de gumu a no de breye. Ofa nsuo no ofa de hwenhwam bia fra, no ato ne din, no de abreye. A dumping site for Europe and the West. This must come to an end. My name is Ishmael Murakar, and this is MI4 Studios on YouTube. Do subscribe to the channel and also follow us on TikTok, MI4 Studios. Thank you for watching.